standard deck of cards.
And remember this card, the King of Hearts.
Now what we're going to do is put it somewhere in the pack. I'm going to ask a member of the audience to try and pick up that King of Hearts. Do you mind just trying to pick it up? So, three of spades. What you've just witnessed was the deck of cards being shuffled and the card being pulled out not being the King of Hearts.
The card you picked was random. It depended on random conditions you couldn't control.
Much like Vanuatu's copra industry, where production depends on a range of variables: the weather, time of year, and animal interference.
While we can't influence these natural factors, there are measures we can take to dramatically improve the copra production process and in turn the income and livelihood of local communities.
Our idea involves 1. Increasing yields of copra by introducing honeybees for cross-pollination.
2. Improving the copra drying process.
And 3. Creating a potential source of future income for the Vanuatu locals.
All using local resources.
And all managed by local people.
Our project essentially improves efficiency within the community of East Santo. It builds upon existing infrastructures for income generation and provides potential for new paths of income. At present, the village's main income generating activity is the production and drying of copra. Our plan strives to make this process easier, more efficient, and more effective. The first component of our plan is to install new copra drying facilities. These facilities will allow for copra production to be done by all the villagers and to be done much faster. We will make a greenhouse-like structure using the existing copra drying facilities by installing a plastic bottle roofing. These recycled plastic bottles will contain the transient heat from the sun and also keep the copra dry. The drying facilities are ingeniously designed to have good ventilation throughout the entire drying process, with the holes where air enters and where air exits, as shown behind me. The second component of our plan is the installation of beehive colonies. These will be installed into the coconut farms to increase the fruit setting of the coconut trees, in turn increasing production. The bees will be entered into the farms through a beehive. These beehives are simple structures made from plywood with removable shelves. They will be protected by the same roof of plastic bottles to keep them safe from the sun and the rain. In the future, these beehives could be used as honey production, but at present they will mostly be used to improve the efficiency of copra production.
Right now, I'm sure you're convinced that what we're proposing is something that can create meaningful change in the villages in East Santo. So far, we've proposed a two-pronged solution. But how exactly are we going to do this? Let's take a look at both sides of the proposal. In terms of improving the current copra drying facilities, as my teammate James has already said, we're going to be using recycled plastic materials, in particular recycled plastic bottles, to help create a waterproof structure. The beauty of this is essentially the only materials needed are going to be those that can be recycled from current waste. What we're proposing is that these materials be washed and let sit in the sun for several days to ensure that they're relatively clean. Then we're going to provide pictorial instructions on how to put the structure together. Once built, we anticipate that there will be little to no maintenance needed. However, when maintenance is needed, due to the simplicity of the design, ready availability of materials, and easy to read instructions, we expect that the communities will confidently be able to perform repairs. When building the beehives, we again will provide pictorial instructions on the correct technique. In this situation, we want to use as much recycled materials as possible. However, due to the nature of the structure being built, we anticipate that there will be a little initial upfront cost. However, we believe that this is the best way to achieve the desired outcome. We'll also be providing instructions on how to lure the bees into forming their hives in our structure. Although we'll be designing the beehives so that in the future they can be used to harvest honey, we anticipate that this will be some time later. The whole scope of this proposal is focusing on placing the beehives in desirable locations to help improve the output of copra production.
After some considerable research, it is apparent that the lack of copra drying facilities is a major setback for local communities. Not only does it severely impact on our revenue that people are able to generate, but it also has a significant effect on the children. Without the money earned from the copra are unable to go to school and receive a much needed education. Our project could change the lives of families struggling to find time for their largest income. Our project could change the life of a child struggling to get an education. And most importantly, our project could change the life of a child. Our project could importantly make the difference between a child getting a job or living a life of poverty. With our proposal, families in East Santo will be able to independently and effectively dry and sell their copra, improving their profit and quality of life. Through the increasing the availability of copra drying facilities, we will enable the people of Vanuatu to take hold of their biggest source of income and dictate independently where and when they want to dry their copra. On top of this, our integrated beehive system will allow farmers to increase their yield by up to 70%, increasing their profit and in turn allowing them to have a second source of income, the honey itself.